Hello my interfriends of the interwebs. It is me Silvery the Dark Elf again. My interfriends, this world is amazing. There are so many nice things here. I was doing my research to find out if this really was the Earth that the commander sent me to investigate. When I accidentally pressed the start button on the bottom side of my broken computer book's screen. I had always not done that because what would it start? What if I could not finish the started thingy? I asked myself. I did not know. But when the thingy opened, there were many wonderful things inside of it. There were wonderful productivity and word processing wares that are soft. But most importantly, there was a thingy with the name games on it. When I pressed the thingy, another thingy opened. What I saw shocked me. A dark thing of my past was coming back to bother me again. It was the game of sweeping. But not any sweeping. It was the game of space mine sweeping. The worst kind of sweeping. Please my interfriends, listen to my terrible story. When I was in the military at home, the commander was very angry with me for many things. He told me I had to fly the big space vehicle. It had many shields and much armor plates, even gravity guns. But my mission was terrible. I had to clear the gravity mines around Phobos. They were still left over from the Martian campaign. The commander told me I did not need to worry. The spaceship won't explode. It was very strong and the shields would not be compromised. But my interfriends, I was very scared. When I arrived at the space minefield, I was so scared when the first bomb exploded. I pushed the wrong actuator. The lights went dark and there was a loud crash. I thought it was the end for me. I was going to die. Luckily I had pressed the emergency eject button. The big part of the spaceship crashed into the planet and was destroyed. My smaller part was sent back to Venus. It crashed into the commander's home block. I was lucky I survived. But my interfriends, there was a lot of trouble. My commander was called to talk to the Venetian Council. I had to go. They asked me many things. They wanted to know if I was a trained space mine exploder. I was not. I heard the big spaceship that had crashed was very expensive and that everyone in the council was going to be in a lot of trouble because of me breaking it. It was terrible. They wanted to fire the commander with a space blaster. It was in the news, everyone knew about it. After I was done talking with the council, I went outside. I was so happy all my big brothers were there to see me. I was so happy I started crying. They were very worried and asked me what had happened. I told them everything and how scared I was of the space mines exploding. They were very angry. The commander came outside. He was screaming at me. My big brothers asked him some questions. The commander looked very scared. Hessenvo was nice, he gave me money, he told me I should buy a juice for myself. I told him I couldn't leave, the commander was calling me. Lahersa, my biggest strongest brother, had his arm around the commander's shoulder. He asked the commander if I could leave to buy a juice. The commander said yes. I was so happy, the commander never lets me do anything. I told them I would be back soon. I went to buy a juice for me and the commander, but when I came back, it was terrible, the commander had fallen. How could this have happened? The floor was not wet. I did not know. Luckily my brothers were there. The commander had fallen very hard. He was on those medical machines to stop him from dying. I wanted to start my no falling campaign again. But I remembered I was in the military and I had to leave. I greeted my big brothers and we went to space again. I am sorry my interfriends, I talked too much about myself. What was I saying again? You were talking about the game Minesweeper. Yes. I remember now, thank you Mr. David. My interfriends, like I wanted to tell you. Before I was sent with the mine exploder ship, my commander made me play a simulator just like this one. I asked him why it looked like this. He said that it was so that I do not get confused. He was right, I did not get confused. I was not a good space minesweeper, but let me train so that I can be a great space minesweeper. That way the commander won't get into trouble if I have to explode space mines again. Now my interfriends, let us learn together that you can also be space minesweepers. Internet. Before we can learn about space minesweeping, let us first go over the simulation's controllings. On your computer's noodle controller, or if you are like me who has a finger presser on my computer book, if you press the left clicker on the simulator's battle grid, it will open a space where there aren't any space mines. It will also emit space gravity waves and detect which coordinates on the grid do not have any space mines on them. That is why they will show many open spaces. But watch out, if you press on a space mine, you will activate the gravity compressor of the space mine. It will explode and the simulation will end. The right clicker on the computer's noodle controller, or like my computer book, the right finger presser, will make you place a dangerous flag on the battle grid. Watch out, these flags are dangerous. Do not click on them because you don't know if there is a space mine underneath. For my teachings of the space mine clearing, I will be using different Earth flags. Please study them. They are dangerous flags. The WSJ also use them. That is why they are dangerous. If you see an Earth person with these flags, you have found a WSJ. They want to fight with you. It is dangerous. Please be careful. These dangerous flags have many colors, so you won't become confused if you see it. You will know. There is maybe. You think but are not sure. A space mine is there. We know the controllings now. Let us look to the graphical interface of this space minesweeper. You can see on your left there is a gray block with numbers, lines and words. That is the minesweeper interface. As you can see, the sector already has all the space mines designated for destruction. How do you know that? You might ask. That is a very good question. Look to the yellow circle marked A that displays how many mines are left. Because this is a purple level secret, you will have to contact your defense ministry to program your brain for that information. Then you will know how many space mines there are. When you have cleared the minefield of empty sectors, you know you have found them all. The dangerous flags are where the space mines are. You can initiate Protocol 53C and arm the gravity guns. Then you can blow them up. Great job. Let us continue to look at the interface. If you look to the circle marked B, it says how long it has taken for the simulation to end. Here you can see it took 8 Earth days for these space mines to be marked. Remember, if you are unsure about this, rather terminate the simulation. My commander told me if I did not finish it correctly, he would fire me with a space blaster. So be careful. Next we will move on to the basic strategies for good space mine exploding. Let us go on to the basic strategies of good space mine sweeping. Remember, all these numbers are produced when you click on an open space. The gravity waves that is emitted by the probe scans the area around it. The probe then uses its biomechanical computer brain to run the algorithms to mark which areas of the space sector might have space mines. If we look at illustration 1, we can see there are 5 number ones. This means the computer brain has detected that these sectors are close to one bomb. Let us look closer at illustration 1. The number 1 on the corner only touches 1 square, so it must be a space mine. Good job. Let us see the next illustration, number 2. The number 2 touches 2 squares. So they must both be space mines. We put down the dangerous flags. Illustration 3. The number 3 touches 3 squares, so they must all be space mines. Phew. Internet, I don't know about you, but I am already sweating. I feel like I'm becoming a better space mine sweeper. Illustration 4. The number 4 touches 4 battle grid squares, so they must be all space mines. Yes. We are done with the first 4 space demining strategies. Onto the next illustrations. We will now look at illustrations 5 through 8. Illustration 5. The number 5 touches 5 squares, so they must all be space mines. My interfriends 5 space mines so close together I am getting nervous. Illustration 6. The number 6 touches 6 squares, so they must all be space mines. 6 mines. How is this possible? The probe must be broken. Illustration 7. The number 7 touches 7 squares, so they must all be space mines. This is too dangerous. How can there be so many? Silvery, you are looking ill. What is wrong? Thank you, Mr. David, I will be fine. I am thinking back to my space mine exploding days. Let me see the last illustration. The number 8 touches 8 squares, so they must all be space mines. What? I won't be able to eject in my small ship. Silvery, what is wrong? What happened? Hello, I'm David from TextSpeech.net. Silvery has collapsed. She seems to be fine but is unconscious. She will not be able to greet you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to her channel and like her videos. Mr. David, are you here? Silvery, pull yourself together. What is wrong? Is everyone still there? Yes. They are. What must I do? Please press that red button. This one? Yes. Thank you, miss.